another round of Ohio Motor Speedway here near Columbus, Ohio, what many people call the greatest state in the nation. A lot of things have been going on since the American 700. Christian Vander Pesch has opened up a rather large point lead. He is starting toward the front of the field today. Vander Pesch is looking to do a great job here from third position. A little further back, we've got Jake Baskinger, who has taken a kind of a slide in points. Kenny Myatt has as well. But the big one has actually been a sleeper so far this year. Has been Ryan Griffin working his way up the field in points. He is starting toward the back of the grid today, and but he will be trying to get as much as he can here. He's from Michigan, so the fans don't like him here that much, but I don't think he really cares about that much here at OMS. A little further up the field, we got the Red Bull Brigade. Red Bull looking to pretty much put away a pretty disappointing American 700 for themselves. Charles Sanford looking for his first win. There's Vincent Allen. Matt Duncan won his first race here at Ohio Motor Speedway back in the day, a few years back. Thaber doing qualifying decently well. Baskinger out-qualified him, of course. Nick Mace out-qualifies his teammate, but the big one has been Skyla Johnson on the pole. Johnson has been one of the fastest drivers on the grid all weekend, and expect her to be a rather strong contender. We saw a good race at, before we get to that, Nathan Hudson in the 12 Mercedes might be losing his ride, we're hearing, because of possible funding, or, well, rather, because of performance, not funding. Performance, they're not too happy with Nathan Hudson's performance as of late, so they might end up getting rid of Hudson for another driver. A little further up the grid, we actually have Kyle Schock Jr. not qualifying very well in the 98 car. Nathan McCain has an either bad day for KIR. Nakagawa and Polyakov toward the back as well. Bad day for Ferrari in qualifying. William Brock not doing very well in qualifying either. As we go up the order, it's going to kind of be one of those days, it looks like, where survival's going to be of the fittest. We saw Martinsville had a really good race at a flat oval. We're hoping that Ohio Motor Speedway does the same thing. Let's go down to the race. Skyla Johnson will lead the field to the green here at Ohio Motor Speedway, and away they go. Entering turn number one, it looks like Hercules from second got a bad start as Christian Vander Pesch going for second immediately, actually going for the lead after lap one. I don't think I've ever seen a car try and take the lead that quickly before. We are green here, kind of a spread-out start toward the back. Vander Pesch leads the first lap from third to first in one lap here at Ohio Motor Speedway. That's very impressive. However, this track does favor chassis grip quite a lot, so Vander Pesch in the Turbo V6 Porsche will have a distinct advantage here. Vander Pesch and Porsche has done, or not Vander Pesch, but Porsche has done really well here in the past. There's Nick Mace, a driver who really hasn't. Well, Mace won a couple of races here a long time ago. And a little further back, you got Jake Baskinger. Baskinger was one of the strongest guys early on. Look at Tanya Jackwater up there. Jackwater having a fantastic run. And here comes Sean Angel, the Mad Canadian, up the grid as well. Looking to do very well in the 4-car. Not quite used to seeing. Angels had a disappointing year. I don't know why, but Baskinger was getting on the apron there. Tamara DeLise already having problems with his Tanaka Nissan, and DeLise is going to lose laps early on in this race. Kenny Myatt, the Buckeye Bullets, at his home state today. However, he has never won at Ohio Motor Speedway. He has won when they've gone to other tracks. Nelson's Ledges back in the first running of the Round of Ohio. But Myatt has never won a race here at Ohio Motor Speedway, up in 9th position. Excellent, or that might be 8th actually. Excellent run from Michael Cavagnaro. We're not used to seeing Cavagnaro this high up the grid, but it's been a fantastic showing for Cavi today. Jake Baskinger has just dispatched Ryan Griffin, that's Nick Hercules, and now Hercules is falling a long way back. Noah Hart also doing his best to get up the order as well. Hart won here last year. The Georgia native doing an awesome job today. Really likes this track, and now you're also seeing Kenny Myatt and Cavagnaro get to the back of Hercules. Hercules may have had a qualifying setup on his car, and it's kind of showing now as his car doesn't look nearly as strong as it did in qualifying. CVDP is taking a pretty big lead now over Skyla Johnson and Nick Mace. Johnson is the only openly homosexual driver in the field. Problems for Matt Duncan, winner here a few years back. Johnson is pretty much the only one that's ever come out as openly gay. Big step in the right direction for this series, becoming more diverse with Skyla Johnson. On the inside, Nick Mace looking very strong, trying to take over second position as the old guard is working their way forward. Noah Hart and Kenny Myatt doing their best to get forward now as Michael Cavagnaro and Myatt have gotten by Pericles. Pericles falling through the grid. Andrew Cross with a disappointing start to the season now is actually up in 10th position. Great to see Cross doing his best. A little further up now, Johnson's been dispatched. She was in third last time by. Now Baskinger, Angel, and now Noah Hart's getting by her as this race is getting kind of ambitious towards the front now as CVDP is catching up to lap traffic pretty early on here. That is Ryusu Tanaka having a terrible day today. Nathan Hudson, Nathan McCain, Katone Nakagawa, and there's Matt Duncan. He's a long way down the order. Nick Mace slides it way wide coming out of the corner and is going to lose a couple of spots from second as he is going to fall. Oh, there's Noah Hart blowing up, the race winner from last year. Noah Hart has just grenaded the 18 car. One of the old guard. A lot of fans, believe it or not, here in Ohio of Noah Hart. Probably his second biggest fan base other than Georgia, and Hart's going to park it. Now, I wonder if they're going to throw a yellow for where Hart's parked. I don't think they will, but they probably should. But ARCSOA's been pretty stingy with the yellow in the past, and I don't believe they threw a yellow for that. No, they didn't. Green flag is still out now as Jake Baskinger's drastically cutting to the gap of CVDP. Christian van der Pesch, the Dutch driver. This is where Baskinger needs to mount a charge to get his championship hopes back on track. This is going to be a big turning point after the American 700, as drivers and teams want to get back onto the right path. Today is now, some problems for Josh Travell in the Subaru car. Tough break for him. Looks like he's on pit road. A lot of tire problems early on in this race, as Christian van der Pesch now is under some massive challenge now from the 14 car of Jake Baskinger. The Bass Pro Shops Jaguar in the field is now the lapped car of Tamara DeLeese is trying to do his best to stay out of the way. That's a good job by DeLeese there. Yeah, he just got lapped by his teammate, and now CVDP got him again. Oh, looks like Jake Baskinger tried a really aggressive line there as Christian van der Pesch is being held up. Third place man is van der Pesch's teammate. That's Sean Angel. What will Angel do back there? So kind of a shorter race here, only 260 laps around this under half-mile circuit, so it's one of the shortest of the season. Oh, Travell with problems early on there. Is that going to be a yellow? It doesn't look it, but maybe it is. Yes, it is a yellow, actually. Where's the pace car? Yeah, there was a yellow. We'll take a look and see what happened to the 96 car. Yeah, Travell's coming out of the pits right in front of Jessica Shelton. Shelton wouldn't really give him a whole lot of room there and put him up into the wall there. Travell not having a good race today. Problems for Nathan Hudson as he would grenade the 12 car. His bad season's getting a whole lot worse there in the 12 Mercedes United car. And that won't be a very good result for Nathan Hudson. Van der Pesch beats Baskinger out of the pits. And it looks like Angel's going to come out third. And now we're starting to see, big gains there by Myatt. Contact in the pits between Cavagnaro and Pericles. Kind of surprised to see, like I said, Cavagnaro that high up the order. But now this is going to be the running order. Hopefully they can get out before the pits lane closes, and it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Some of these guys are going to be put forcibly a lap down. So that's one of the things with this track, is track position means everything, because under caution, you can lose laps under the pit road. So now Christian van der Pesch leads the field around. The cars in front of him on the outside line are all cars on the tail end of the lead lap. Inside line are all cars a lap down. Now it's going to be a test to see if our good friend Jake Baskinger can get down to the inside and possibly get by Christian van der Pesch. And this is where things are going to get rather interesting, because we're not sure what's going to happen today. Vander Pesch is holding his own on the outside right now, mainly because there hasn't been a lead lap car that's been able to get to the inside yet. Baskinger didn't get a great start there, but Vander Pesch might get a gap here if he's really risky between the 33 and the 1. Nope, the 1 just shut the gap. That's right, points leader, champion last year, reigning champion. Nathan McCain slams that gap close. And now it's all going to be a battle of who can get the best runs out of the corner on that outside line, as it looks like maybe Baskinger has a gap there. Nope. Looks like Saarinen. Oh, there goes Saarinen. Now he will get a gap as Saarinen grenades his motor. So tough break for Tuomas Saarinen there. And now is where Baskinger has the run now to the inside line. Can he get underneath the 5 car and make the first or second lead change of the race? It looks like that's going to be the case. Down low, Jake Baskinger takes the lead, and the inside line is very impressive here. Doesn't look like Angel's got the car on the inside to really make a whole lot go on, and oh, now he does. And now the 2 former teammates at Porsche, Sean Angel and Jake Baskinger, are first and second. These 2 have had a history together, and now we're starting to see a very interesting display go on here between Jake Baskinger and Sean Angel. We'll see if that goes differently this time around. I'm not exactly sure. Angel's looking now stronger on the inside line as Baskinger's getting a little bit wild with his car there. Don't want to do that too many times. If you're Jake Baskinger now, you've got the lead. Third place is actually to Pericles now. Pericles having a much better run this time around. 5th and 6th are now Nick Mace and Andrew Cross. 7th is Allie Nelson. Sorry about that. 8th is now Skyla Johnson. Good run by Charles Samper up to 9th. Paul Athanos 10th. 11th is James Shelley. 12th is Kenny Myatt. 13th is Jacob Hart. As we go further down the order, 14th is Vincent Allen, and 15th is Henry Sanford. So now Baskinger's in heavy, heavy lap traffic, but will Sean Angel be able to make a move on him here? That's the big question now, is it's all going to be how will Sean Angel make, or it's how Sean Angel and Jake Baskinger will use the lap traffic to get by, or to really benefit themselves. It looks like Chris Washer's being very, very aggressive there in the Ferrari, trying to hold off what he can get. That's an impressive run there by Baskinger, though. And it doesn't look like Angel's got that much of a car to really do a whole lot with. Jake Baskinger, however, would blow up from the lead. That is not good for Baskinger's hopes there. Baskinger would blow up and bring his car down to pit road. He would fall out of the race from the lead, giving the lead over to Sean Angel in the Porsche. And now, what will Sean Angel do with it? It's a big question, but tough break for Baskinger. He really thought he could get his championship back online here, as Vander Pesch has gotten back by a lot of his competitors. Nick Pericles down to 4th. And tough break for Jake Baskinger, but now we're starting to see some of the contenders that will be a big factor in this race, like Sean Angel. Now that Baskinger's out of the way, Sean Angel has been using lap traffic very, very well to get himself a lead over Nick Mace in 2nd and Christian Vander Pesch in 3rd. Nelson doing a good job in 4th, and now Charles Samper, I believe, is right now the fastest car on track, I believe, unless if Angel has set that again. No, right now it looks like Samper is the fastest car on track as of now. Not now, that lap, but Samper is one of the fastest cars out there, so watch Charles Samper to work his way forward. Here's Henry Samper. Samper has not had a very good start to his rookie campaign. Samper was predicted to come in and be the standout Rookie of the Year contender. That's clearly gone to Vander Pesch and has been massively outperformed by his more experienced teammate, Kenny Myatt. Cross hasn't had a very good year either. We kind of missed it, but Aaron Perkins and Cody Lamas have fallen out of the race from their respective crummy positions, right, that we're running. Ryan Griffin needs to gain a lot of time here to come down on Christian Vander Pesch's lead. I think everybody wanted to see Vander Pesch have a pretty poor showing here, and that's clearly not the case. Jessica Shelton's not making Sean Angel's life very easy now, as Angel is being massively held up there by Shelton and losing quite a bit of time to her. Now he will be able to get back to the inside line. However, Sheldon hasn't been playing too nicely with him. That can be a problem as this race goes on. However, I wouldn't exactly call it too much of an issue, as Sean Angel tends to be one of the wilder guys in the grid, so he'll find a way around the 25. Nick Mace and Christian Vanderpesch finally get around Trek Tauger in the 23 car. Like I said, Trek Tauger's 23 is that Valkyr. Yeah, it's Valkyr this year. Forgot about that. Is one of the better looking cars that Tauger has driven. Tauger in the past hasn't had the best looking cars, but I don't actually mind that one. And it seems like Oricom's paint schemes are getting better, which is a nice change to see. It's color combination we don't normally get on the grid. The red, orange, and yellow. But it actually kind of works in this situation. I maybe would have tried a different number color on that, but I digress. It's a good job by Oricom there. I quite like that one. As a little up the grid now, Sean Angel's got to get by. William Brockett is starting to get into heavier lap traffic as Shock Jr.'s done a good job keeping on the lead lap. Shock has gained a lot of spots from 40th on the grid up to 22nd in the first almost 90 laps of the race. But now it doesn't look like that those attempts might be futile as Sean Angel is really working his way through the order. As it looks like Nick Mace is getting a lot of trouble by his teammate there with the 76 of Duncan. Here's a guy who's had a very quiet start to the season. It's been Cooper Siren. Siren we expected was going to come in here, light the world on fire this year. However, the DNCs haven't been as strong as what we thought they'd be. I'm kind of surprised by that, but the DNCs haven't been that strong, and, well, it's kind of a shame because I really thought those two beautiful DNC cars would get on the grid and start pretty far up the order. However, there might be some engine upgrades coming up in the near future for DNC. Sean Angel back there is opening up a really large lead over second position Nick Mace, who Mace and Vanderpesch cannot get by this lap traffic very easily, and is making this lap traffic's been making their lives all but living hell for Mace and Vanderpesch. And I don't think we're done seeing the cautions yet because pit stops tend to breed cautions here, but because of the way the pit stop formation kind of funnels in. But right now, if I'm looking at it, Sean Angel is the car to beat today. However, now Sean Angel's starting to get into some traffic. He did get by Brock pretty easily. Brock's been actually running comparable laps to Angel, but now he's got to deal with Jackwater, Shock, who Shock won't make his life very easy. I can guarantee you that. Shock is one of the more aggressive drivers on the grid. Whoa! Looks like Angel was ready to dive bomb there, but had to back way off the throttle to prevent contact between him and Shock. Oh, Shock's getting very aggressive now on Jackwater, and Jackwater's getting aggressive on the lap to Delise car. But, oh, Shock's trying to fight back a little bit, but you're seeing all kinds of different braking lines as the tires are falling off here, as Sean Angel now is starting to feel a little bit of lap car heat, but he still has a massive, massive lead over second position Nick Mace. Nick Mace has kind of entered somewhat lesser lapped traffic now as... Oh, Angel just blew up from the lead! Angel just blew up from the lead, so there's Sean Angel out of the race now, giving the lead back to Mace and Vanderpesch, first and second. So being the leader in this race has not been a good result for anyone, really, as now Sean Angel and the Porsche has fallen out. So now it's between Mace, Vanderpesch, and I'd throw Allie Nelson in there. And now Samford's gonna, I think, kind of close up the gap there. But now Nick Mace, one of the longtime veterans of the sport, I think he's still the most winning driver in ARCSOA Elite Series history, is now doing his best to keep Christian Vanderpesch, one of the young hotshot rookies, behind him. This is where things are going to get very interesting now. Both drivers have a very similar driving style in the way that they handle themselves around the track, both strong on road courses and these kind of short, flat ovals. But CVDP is going to make things very difficult for Mace. Mace is just doing his best to hold him off. We've gone past halfway now. We're waiting on that first pit stop. Ryan Griffin's day would go from mediocre to bad as he would grenade the 82 car, so tough break for Ryan Griffin. Now's the time of the race where clean air is going to be important. And right now, I don't think Mace has it. The cars that do, actually, are Skyla Johnson, Kenny Maya, and Andrew Cross. Henry Sanford, they've got the clean air. Now the question is, when are they going to pit? If they do pit, that's going to be a key, too, is who can stay out the longest, because pit stops tend to breed cautions here. And here we go. Pit stops have started now as one of the Ferraris and Cooper Siren have come in. Here they go. Looks like Sanford's diving in. Sanford can't go very far. Sorry about that. My voice is kind of bad on me today. As now Nick Mace now, what will he do? Will they come in or stay out? They're staying. Oh, Vander Pesch is coming in. Mace is staying out. Nelson's staying out. Now it's going to be off of pit road. First car off is going to be Tamara DeLise. He was the first car to dive onto pit road. Mace is coming in this time. Nelson staying out. That's a good strategy there by Nelson. Everybody else is coming in. Remember, pitting later tends to prove better here. But now we're looking. Here comes Washer out of the pits. Clean air. Siren out of the pits. Clean air. Shock out of the pits. He's coming up into traffic. So's William Brock. This is all one big mess. It tends to be coming out of the pits. McCain coming out clean. Faber coming out clean. Kind of clean as Siren's getting underneath him, but a little further back. Oh, contact there between the 95 and the 17. Pericles coming out. And now this is where things get very, very aggressive now. A lot of times this is where cautions tend to happen. Nick Mace, the race leader, coming out. Actually, looks like Sanford. Sanford got a great pit stop there. Charles Sanford did. And now, whoa, Andrew Cross nearly slid in there. Looks like Washer's going to go 3 wide there. Ohio Motor Speedway's wide enough. You could do that. It is possible. But surprisingly, that was a clean pit stop cycle, and it looks like Sanford, or actually Mace had a bad stop. Sanford had a great stop. Charles Sanford now is the fastest car out there on track and has a big lead over Nick Mace and Allie Nelson. It's proving that pitting earlier actually has a benefit here, as CVDP's fallen back quite a ways. Oh, we do have a problem with a car on pit road. That's Alex Allen, so tough break for Alex Allen, the former series champion. Nelson going for second on Mace. And has it that time, but Charles Sanford is your race leader by a long shot right now. Although, can he stay up there? Can Sanford stay up there? That's a big question. Problems for the Menervini of Katone Nakagawa. She would fall out of the race. Tough break for the Japanese rookie. Charles Sanford, with the addition of clean air, has opened up a big lead over second position Allie Nelson, who's being held up by the shock upset winner of Daytona, that being Nico Polyakov. And Christian Vander Pesch has gotten by Nick Mace as we're going a little further back looking for 5th position. That would be Skyla Johnson. 6th is Nick Pericles. 7th is Andrew Cross. 8th is Vincent Allen. 9th is Henry Sanford, who has leapfrogged DJ Curtis and his teammate Kenny Myatt. Myatt had a bad stop. 11th and 12th now are between Thaber and Shock Jr. We go a little further down the order. Starting to see who is the best drivers out there in the field right now. Looks like Charles Sanford now, with clean air, has the best run right now, but I wouldn't throw it past Nick Mace, way back and forth, to possibly get up there and, at the end of this race, really provide a threat here. Marion Chalrat would blow up the 11 car, and that would be the end of her race, and that would actually bring out a caution here. Second caution of the race. Much to Charles Sanford's dismay. Sanford would be the first car to pull for pit road, though. And now we're starting to see pit strategy now. Will they have to pit again? 90 or 80 laps is a lot, but Sanford is going to try and get this done. Sanford has never won an ARCSOA Lead Series race. Could this day be the day? Ohio Motor Speedway has been very nice to to first-time winners in the past. Could Charles Sanford, who's pitting directly behind his younger brother, Henry Sanford, who actually beat him. Oh, that was close there with Thaber coming out. Thaber had to avoid on pit road. Now will Sanford be the first car off pit road? Yes, he will. So Sanford will have the lead here off pit road. The lap car of Vincent Allen takes the field back to the green here as Sanford now has to hold off. A lot of traffic behind him. Actually, there is a lap car in between there. Oh, there's Nathan McCain coming out of the pits. McCain had a tire going down. And now there's 3 wide in front of the race leader. Not what Sanford wants to see, but I think Sanford's teammate, he tried to let him in there. Didn't exactly work out for Sanford's benefit. And now, can Sanford get to the bottom? That's going to be the question. Allie Nelson from second sure can't, as neither can... Actually, Nick Mace had a shot, but didn't pounce on it. Now Vanderpesh might get that shot. There with Tauger. And Sanford actually did get to the inside line, so Sanford's going to, I think, open up a pretty large lead here, or should be able to, as this race continues. He has somewhat clear track in front of him, too. A little further back down the order, the 2 Petronas Hondas now have to work their way up the grid there to the inside line. Watch them fly through this field pretty quickly, as does Skyla Johnson. As cars are struggling to get back to the inside line, I believe Vanderpesh has. Vanderpesh is now in second position, as he has passed Allie Nelson. Nathan McCain with more problems on the KIR car comes up the field and nearly wrecks his state brother there. The 2 Ohioans, Nathan McCain and Kenny Myatt. Nearly wreck actually gives Henry Sanford a run on the inside and gives Sanford that position. Myatt isn't going to be too happy with Nathan McCain. McCain and Myatt have never been too strong on this track in the past. And McCain does not have a car handling right. Myatt's getting ticked at him. And this is all around the third place person there. Third place runner, that's Allie Nelson. Oh, McCain got into Nelson there. Nelson's giving him the finger. Looks like the one-fingered salute. Be nice there, Allie. I know you tend to be a little bit of a hothead there, but that actually puts Henry Sanford into third position now, as he's going to try and catch Christian Vanderpesh. So tonight might be a very good dinner party in the Sanford family if they continue to run where they are. Nico Puliakov had a tire going down and has just rejoined the race, so tough break. There's Oro Ryusu with another issue. Tanaka has had a really miserable day here. And Charles Sanford's picking off lap cars like he knows, like he's a multiple-time winner here. But Charles Sanford, he may be a veteran, but he has never won a race in this series. And he could be on course at the Ohio Motor Speedway to finally get that first win. It's going to be a very, very close one, though, as Christian Vanderpesh is starting to cut into that a little by little, but now Vanderpesh has some heavier lap traffic to deal with Brock, Cavagnaro, Thanos, and a couple of other drivers up there. I know Vincent Allen won't go down easy. As this race continues onward, Sanford keeps opening up a bigger gap to second position, Christian Vanderpesh. Third now is actually Kenny Myatt, has gotten by Henry Sanford, who has lost his tires there, so Myatt's up into third position. And now we've got people like Skyla Johnson and Allie Nelson in fourth and fifth, who have been strong early on. Nick Mace is up there as well, so... But right now, no one seems to have anything for Charles Sanford. Sanford's just been getting clean air and managing it beautifully. Meanwhile, in this race, we have lost James Shelley and Andrew Cross to mechanical problems. So mechanical problem, big race this race. A lot of mechanical issues in this race. We haven't actually seen a whole lot when it comes to actual physical contact out there, which is kind of a shock for the Ohio Motor Speedway. However, Tamara DeLeese would break down in front of the field, and Jessica Shelton would hit him, and that would actually bring out the next caution, so not what Charles Sanford wanted to see on lap 243 of 260. So now we're going to get into a dash here. Dash for cash here at the Ohio Motor Speedway. And just like that, Charles Sanford, who opened up a 10-second lead on a track that's under a half mile, is now gone. So now it's going to be, can Charles Sanford finally hold off and get his first win after many years of trying? Or will Christian Vander Pesch, a young rookie, or a veteran Kenny Myatt get his first win at Ohio Motor Speedway? All those questions are up in the air now. Sanford gets a great start. Can he cut down in front of the 88? Doesn't look like it. But it doesn't look like Vander Pesch could get down in front of the 7 either. Here they go. Looks like now, whoa, contact there. Don't lose it yet there, Charles. You've got a little bit to go. You don't want to choke it away now. Looks like Vander Pesch now has the inside. This could go to CVDP. And now Vander Pesch has to get a bit of a run here going. Vander Pesch is looking to take the lead away from Charles Sanford. And does. Now will Sanford slide in behind Vander Pesch? Sanford's fighting back, but he's got to get behind him before Vincent Allen gets there. However, there is a very late yellow here. With 6 laps to go. Will there be enough to get back green here? It'll be close if there is. There was some debris on the backstretch that they could not clean up. Will it be Vander Pesch or Sanford now? So there will be 2 laps to go when they go green here. Problems for one of the KIRs on pit road, but nobody cares about that. It's going to be a 2-car dash. Looks like Vander Pesch got the start. I think that's going to be it. Right there, Vander Pesch got a great start. Sanford really didn't. Sanford, I think, is going to have to wait 1 more week as Vander Pesch takes the white flag. Vander Pesch played this well. Charles Sanford's bad luck's going to continue here. Christian Vander Pesch is going to increase his point lead now. Coming off of turns 3 and 4, Christian Vander Pesch, after a 2-lap dash, will win the race. He played the restart right. Christian Vander Pesch wins. Sanford, disappointment again in second. Third place is going to go to Skylar Johnson, who got by Myatt on that 2-lap dash. So Christian Vander Pesch leads. We'll get you down to your finishing result.